Good morning. This is the Learn Piano in Your Car podcast. I have no idea what episode we're on. I think it's somewhere about number 50. But this one is the final episode in a short series of 3 or 4 that I have done about reading sheet music from the treble clef and the bass clef. We started this conversation thinking about the grand staff, which originally there wasn't a treble and a bass. It was just one big staff with 5 parallel lines at the top, 5 at the bottom, and 1 short line in the middle for the middle C. Those lines and spaces between the lines covered all of the notes from G quite low down in the bass clef, right up to F, quite high up in the treble clef. There were 21 notes in all covered there. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. And that was the grand staff, which then was split into 2, treble clef and bass clef, to make it a little bit easier, I presume, to read music. Now, the one thing is it's actually really easy to read music. And this process that I'm showing you here and the last few days has been building a bridge from not being able to read to being able to read, and a bridge from one to the other. But the thing that makes the difference is you. You need to embed the structure and the process here that we've been talking about and spend time doing that. You can't underestimate and don't devalue the amount that you will get later on, the benefit that you'll get later on from time spent here. This is a 2-step process. That's all you need to learn. 2 simple steps. You need to teach your brain these 2 steps. And the thought process is, you look at any note on either stave and you think, is it a line or a space? That's your first thought process. Your second thought process is it bass clef or is it treble clef? Okay, so that's your 2-step process. Then you're applying, if it's the treble clef, you are applying from the bottom to the top. Every green bus drives fast. And don't say to me, Carol, this is childish, because you can change that. Don't get hung up on every green bus drives fast, that's childish. Change the words to be something more meaningful to you. This is about the process. Don't get hung up on the detail of it. The process, bottom line, every green bus drives fast. And the bottom space to the top space spells the word face. F-A-C-E. All together it's E-F-G-A-B-C-D-E-F. But this structure and process and way you're going to train your brain is going to help, because you're thinking line, then you're thinking, or space, then you're thinking treble clef or bass clef, and then you're applying these different words to help you identify the note. And time spent here might take you a little while to start with, but soon you'll just be rattling them off. You won't even have to think about it. This process will just happen in your head. And to remember the bass clef, it's the exact same principle. The bottom line in the bass clef is G, so we think good boys deserve fine apples in this instance. Again, do not get hung up on that. Do not contact me and say, Carol, that's really childish. Can you not think of another way to remember that? And I say, no, you think of another way to remember that. And don't get hung up on the detail. Good boys deserve fine apples. And the spaces always from the bottom to the top. All cows eat grass. And that's it. It's actually really simple. And there are apps that can help you to work on this and to practice this. There is Music Tutor for iPhone. There is Clefs for Android. I still use these apps when I'm on a plane or somewhere where I've got time to waste, rather than spending and wasting my time on Facebook and social media. I often play these games, and I've been playing piano for decades. Doesn't do you any harm at all. And in fact, at the beginning of this journey, it will do you great benefit actually to spend your time like this. And yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on the topic. So we're building a bridge from not being able to read sheet music to reading sheet music, and you're going to build that bridge. And I've just given you the building blocks to build that bridge with. It's not even a very big bridge. It's a tiny little bridge. 2 steps is the note on a line or in a space. Is it treble clef or bass? Then you've got your way to remember that. From the bottom to the top, regardless of which clef, every green bus drives fast and face, and good boys deserve fine apples, and all cows eat grass. And that's all from me today. Follow this. Discipline is really important. You're going to have to discipline yourself to do this, but the payback is, it doesn't have a value. And if you have any questions, it's info@themusicroom.org.uk. I highly recommend you jump on to Perfect Piano Academy and start learning piano with me. But if that's a step too far just now, just continue looking at all the free stuff. Follow the podcast. Ask questions. I have a free Facebook group. You can actually speak to me in that Facebook group, and I will give you feedback and help for nothing. So passionate am I about your journey. I think that's all. Have a great day. Bye for now.